We have the air control right here. It's a Hunter ACC. So here's the menu. I have different programs right now because we are established our plans. And once we finish with the establishment period, we're gonna change to all the grass, just one program. All the shrubs, different program. Trees on different program.
Okay.
And then we have I think it's 6-7 valves of drip zones.
You got some drip.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a different program that one too. So it's pretty simple.
So we have a total of what?
41.
41
total.
different valves. Yeah. So we have
Yes.
we have drip zones. We have lawn that's on rotors. We have lawn that's on MP rotators. So those will all be on separate things, and we'll set them up also for sun areas and shade areas. Anyway, for the record, mine's Michael Boardman, Valley Growers, Manuel. He's our senior supervisor out here on the site. The controllers, it's a pretty standard controller. It does have an Ethernet connection as well.
Yeah.
Be able to run this on remote then too?
We think so. We got to call into the rep to kind of verify it. There was an antenna and a rain gauge that was deleted that allowed for a signal to be received by the controller, but it could not pick up a controller. But I think that the Ethernet connection will allow us some online access to make everyone's life easier. Valley Growers is here for 2 years. We're doing maintenance and warranty, but hopefully we can figure out the details prior to that. And we'll probably have another training session because 2 years is going to go away, and we'll have a lot more information, and I'm sure you guys will have some additional questions.
Okay.
But the thing that's great about this controller, it's 99 stations. It's a 2-wire system, so if you need to add valves, you don't have to add any additional components. It's a pretty high-tech
state-of-the-art
program. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to get a receiver and a remote in the package?
I think so. Yeah, we need to. We
only have one.
We need to meet with the rep and kind of verify all the functions of this one. To tell you the truth, I'm not that familiar with this particular type of controller, but it's very similar to the Maxcom system. So.
Are these ACCs? Like
Yeah, it's got a connection.
You got the connection on the outside or under?
Yeah,
the
receiver.
Receiver, whatever.
Yeah.
So we only have one, so all 3 of our new high schools, we don't have them, so. we got to remember to pull off afterward.
Yeah.
Is that radio or is that wireless Ethernet? What uses it?
It's kind of like a radio signal. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's even going to make it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because of all the concrete.
Yeah, we're kind of below grade here, so.
Interesting.
So are all your lines going out through this right side?
Yeah,
conduit?
this one. Actually, it's just a single wire. That's all that we need. We have decoders on each valve. This one is going to control all the decoders.
Is it addressable?
No, we have a decoder per valve.
Decoder. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, if the receiver doesn't work in here, I wonder if we can remotely, wire, take something from here to go outside to where we can.
I think that's possible. And then I guess the bigger issue is the system requires a pump as the big box on the east side of the project there. The good thing about it's not tied to the controller, so you can use your quick couplers, which is nice. You don't have to have a dummy program for that. Also, it works good with the drip valves because the valve just opens up and the pump just runs normal pressure. But the other valves open up, it pumps it up there.
It'll call for it.
Right, and so that's it. So we're dialed into kind of doing the maintenance and warranty on that as well for 2 years. So basically, you just shut it down pretty much in the winter during
Wintertime.
Yeah, winterize it, and then and then when it starts back up, there's a series of checklists which we can provide as part of the O&M to go through and make sure that all the components are correctly. And the pump guys that came out to set up, they were great. So if we have additional questions, it's like the 100 reps. We have additional resources to talk about that.
So you guys, for the next 2 years, you guys will break down the pump area and all that and drain it during the winter months?
Yep. As part of
Was that part of that?
part of the renovation.
Was that part of that video?
No, can you contact us?
Can you contact us
So
when you do that?
we'll just come out,
Yeah, we'd have to do that.
see you, when you're going to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Perfect, so we can see that.
yeah.
Are they,
And we'll get keys to everybody, the cabinets and all that stuff, so we have extra keys made for that, so.
Are the trees on bubblers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the design called for all trees to be on bubblers as well. In some of those areas, we've shut the bubblers off because, for instance, the bubblers in the lawn area, we're putting lots of water down. It doesn't make sense to have the bubblers on at the same time because the trees are going to get overwatered, so.
True.
And we did discuss that with the architects, and they felt strongly about having the bubblers on a separate system. I guess the idea is you could turn the lawn off, but then still have water to the trees during the summer.
Yep.
So hopefully trees will get established and they'll be fine during the warmer months.
Cool.
With you being on site for the next 2 years, is there really much for them that they need to be aware of or that they need to be involved with, or is it kind of like once you get a little closer to that handoff is when you really want to?
They're welcome to come along or ask questions, but there's no reason for them to be here, or unless they have a particular standard that in terms of maintenance, fertilizer schedule. We've submitted our pest management plan, and it seems to go all right in terms of if you have certain products you like to use or certain products you don't like to use. That's always helpful. Most of the plant material here is new. There is some existing plant material which we try to be sensitive to and not overwater. So.
Anything broke, you're going to replace it?
For the 2 years?
2 years, yep.
So when I put a request in for a broken line or anything like that, I send it downtown and no contact. Go to the maintenance like normal?
I don't know.
Yeah, how they can be able to
Well,
contact you guys.
you guys will be out here on a weekly basis,
Yes.
and so they should be running those and looking at that. If you see something, I don't know if it's going to be Mike or Manuel or just who, but that is something that if you have a broken line, you can hit these guys right on site because they will be out here every single week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is going to be a lot easier about getting things quickly taken care
And
of.
normally we put a work order in and I call down for emergency.
Yeah.
And I'll check with that downtown today because I don't know if they want to know when something's going on, when they contact you, they can know that if I didn't.
Well, if you happen to drive by and see something, let us know. I mean, like I said, it's our responsibility for 2 years.
Make sure I get a business card.
So if there's a problem, like I said, we'll take care of it. So.
Valley Growers is great. They're gonna take care of you guys.
Okay.
So.
That's different than what Frank.
Yeah, we got Franklin's hands over, and it's like 6 heads a night, it's getting broke.
Okay, so Franklin,
Nobody knew.
Yeah, we heard Franklin had some problems.
Yeah.
Mike, anything else that you think that they actually need to know that would pertain to them? Again, I mean, it's kind of a unique thing as far as like you guys are going to be here for 2 years.
Sure.
Mhm.
Oh, I think not this time, but as time goes on, as questions come up, we'll get a couple main contacts. I can hand you my contact, and just feel free to call, email. We'll be preparing the O&Ms. We'll try to make sure you get one. Of course, we got as-bills that are coming. The system was mainly installed per plan. We'll make sure that information also is passed on, electronic as well as printed form. So.
That'd be nice.
And we do have the manual. Of course, it's easy to access this type of stuff online as well. So.
Sure.
Are we going to be able to get
Yep.
something, so we haven't got anything like that?
Yeah. No, we'll get some fancy color stuff. We'll laminate. We'll probably get it in here so
That'd be great.
so the information is here, and then you should also have it in electronic form.
Perfect. That'd be great.
We can.
We have just taken a picture of what's there and then going out and
Sure.
trying to leave.
No, we try to pass on information best we can, because a lot of times as-bills, they're kind of the last thing that no one really wants to deal with, and we try to do a good job of putting that together. But like I said, the system was pretty much installed per plan. So there was a few tweaks here and there, add a valve, take a valve out kind of thing. But yeah, no, we'd be happy to, when we do the fall shutdown, because we got a big backflow that's there. It's right by the pump there. Drain the system. We show you where the drain valves are, and our way of shutting it down. And then if there's something that you like to see as well, we can certainly basically the lines are going to be, shut down during the winter. I know that there are sometimes water needs during the winter time, but there's a lot of hose bibs around the building, so you can get water outside.
So are you going to be testing the backflow the next few years, or?
Or will we do that?
Yeah. we have something-
Well, it's got certification this year. I'd have to see if we need to have it retested every year. I'm not sure. We just have one of our backflow guys come out and test it, so make sure it's functioning properly.
I don't know specifically, but typically, we're required to use
Is it once a year?
backflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a couple of different people that are certified to do that, so. That way when we do the final turnover, all the paperwork is done. Obviously, we visit the controller, the system, the pump, and then the paperwork have all our contact information. And we're not going anywhere, so, we've got a lot invested in this, so hopefully we can pass off a good product to you guys.
And then when they turn it over to you guys can use that same certified backflow check guy. You're good to go. Because that's it.
We actually have somebody that.
On payroll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you probably, with all the sites, you probably got somebody that's certified.
That's good.
That does it year round.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Does anybody have any more questions for the Valley Grower team?
Is this it, or are we going out in the field, or?
This is it. We're gonna. We already learned about the pump. Like that was our very first training. So yeah, this will be it for this, and then we'll head over to our next training, which is in the boiler room. If you guys feel comfortable.
I have one more question.
Sure.
Is it a dedicated irrigation line, or is it submetered off the domestic line for the water?
It's a line that tees off the domestic line.
Okay, and is there a submeter on that?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
There is a
Otherwise, we charge the sewer charge.
there is an isolation valve, but I don't think there's a submeter.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I have not seen one.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, so in terms of water, it's all water in, I guess.
Yeah, and then it's all charge for sewer.
Charge for sewer, and that's where it gets in the district.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll let you, if you can estimate how much water during the summer months, they'll give you a credit for that.
Right.
That's something that's not in our scope, so.
Gotcha.
I guess that's a.
Yeah. I'm surprised that one is. I mean, that happened at Roosevelt too. So.
Did it really?
Yeah, I mean, we can provide the sill drawings to show, I know where it goes, we can provide the sill drawings to show where the line goes. Basically, it's a line that goes across the east side, angles this way, and then it tees off towards our backflow.
I got a question about your sill lines. So you say they're addressable. Are they programmable addressable, or are they set addressable from the factory? So this is talking to, it knows which solenoid it's open out there to start the watering process at any one of those locations?
Right, well, I think we had to program each decoder, with each valve
Okay.
individually, so.
So each valve, does it come with a code that's different from the rest?
No, you're setting the code for each one.
Okay.
Yeah, the code is set to the decoder, and then it goes to the valve that goes to the controller, I think. That's how that works.
That's correct.
So does the decoder go underground with the valve?
Yes.
With the valve,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got, it's right, it's numbered, and then
Yeah.
there's a series, and we have a series of 4 grounding rods?
We have 4. We have 3 installed, and we need to install another one.
So basically, we have 4 grounding rods, pretty much one grounding rod at each corner of the system.
Yeah.
So it's, I think you have to have 1,000 feet or...
Every 1,000 feet or every 12 valves.
Yeah.
For the length of the wire, or 1,000 feet of irrigation pipe?
1,000 feet of line.
Yeah.
Irrigation line. So we're a little overcompensated for that, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry for that. So.
And Dave, you've replaced it before, so you're all familiar with that?
But yeah. Between Gary and us.
Mark and I.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are off to our next training. Thank you, Valley Growers. Go ahead and begin.
Thank you.
Do you have a key to the pump house out there?
Yes.
You wanted to, I think you wanted to see that, didn't you? The main
Yeah.
unit?
Yeah, I'd
You
like
were
to
talking,
see
you had the key for it.
Yeah, just take a look inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
All
a
right,
picture.
these man that want to go to state for the next follow me to the...
of your card? Oh, yeah.
So is there, I need
probably.
Is there kind of a main,
Is that the one I've been calling if there's an issue? I call this part?
Yeah, no,
is there like a main